Warning, please use your intuition and discernment when partaking in general messages. Understand what resonates, overstand what does not, and understand the timelines. Past, present, and future can definitely happen simultaneously in the spirit world. This channel is not a replacement for medical, legal, or psychological assistance. Please seek help with your local professionals in the 3D if needed. Nurses, doctors, therapists, psychologists, lawyers, etc. These essential workers should not be demonized if they are still good ones in the world helping many today. God bless you all, and welcome to the Akasha Crypt.
I swear I'm going through like a little bit of spiritual attack right now. I'm not gonna hold you. I just woke up from a dream, and obviously I'm going to have to interpret it later on. But let me just pray, and then we can get down to the nitty gritty and stuff. So, Alright, so we are lifted, we are gifted y protegidos siempre. We are lifted, we are gifted y protegidos siempre. We are lifted, we are gifted y protegidos siempre. Si se puede, si se puede. May God bless you, may God bless me, may God bless we. I ask the Most High's army and guides, spirit, I ask the spirit guides, ancestors, and angels of our highest good to protect us during this reading, to protect our state of mind, and to allow us to properly use our intuition and discernment at this time. I pray that everyone is okay and safe and sound in general. I pray that everyone's family is okay, safe and sound today. I love you all. And let's go ahead and tap into everything. Now, before I get too deep into crazy, I just kind of forgot what I was going to say just now. But I don't know. I'm probably just going to say things that I'm supposed to say. Sometimes if you forget to say certain things, it isn't always spiritual warfare. It isn't always, they don't want me to get it out. Sometimes if you forget to say something or you have interruptions or something, sometimes it could be a sign that you don't need to say it at that moment in time or you need to keep it to yourself. So I'm going to just take it as that. I do ask our guides, angels, and ancestors of the highest white light and the ones that are for us and the ones that love us purely to protect us at this time and to protect us from spiritual attack and harm and all that good stuff, during this time. Today's full moon is the buck moon. And yes, I've been posting a lot of different posts on my story about it and everything. I keep getting little flashes of my dream that I just had from, and I honestly do feel like I have to say some stuff about it because it might be relevant for somebody, or it might resonate with somebody in the collective, and I don't want to just not share it and then that was something I was supposed to share. But let me see. There was a scene in the dream where I am with a girl, right? And we're kind of half naked, I think. Either way, we are hanging out, and we are. I'm not gonna get too descriptive of my dream because obviously it has some significance for me, but I know it has some significance for other people. What I got from the dream is somebody in my collective, I feel like you guys are, there's some of you guys, or maybe one or two people, I'm not sure, this is not resonating for everybody. I just need to get this message out. Somebody of you or somebody in my collective is LGBTQ and their parent does not approve of that. Some of you guys maybe had a relationship or have a relationship. I don't know if it's in the past or present. With another woman. I'm getting you are a woman and you have been intimate, or you're trying to be more intimate with women. Doesn't have to always be sexual intimate, just intimate in general. And you've either gotten caught before by your parents when you were younger, trying to be intimate with a woman of some way, shape, or form, and they shamed you for it and they were in shock. or you fear that, or you know that your parents don't approve of your non-straight lifestyle, this is not going to be resonate for everybody. But what I will say, if this does that did resonate for you, that obviously I can't tell you what to do about that, and I can't tell you, all the steps to go about that. But what I will say is, you can't really choose who you genuinely love in this lifetime. You can't choose your sexuality. It's not something like when it's true to you, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's just what it is. And protect yourself and protect the ones you love, whether they be family or not. And if you have to ever protect the ones you love from your blood relatives, so fucking be it. So fucking be it. Because I'm just getting this strong sense of, like, you, like, love whomever this is, or you loved whomever this was. I'm just getting it's a present situation or it's a past situation, but regardless of what time period it is, the lesson to take out of this is love should always win. And sometimes the way love wins is not always, it doesn't always have a smooth path or just smooth sailing to that victory. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes love takes us in roads that we never thought we would be going down. Or love exposes the truth about certain people in your life that you're like, damn, they really don't love me for who I truly am. And for people who are experiencing that with their parents, especially if it's like a mother figure that they don't approve of, like, your lifestyle because of whatever they're trying to project, whatever shit they don't have on you, like, oh, they wanted kids for you, or they wanted this for you, especially if your parent is like a single parent. If they don't have to be a single parent, but like, yeah. But all I have to say, for somebody who's dealing with that, or I've dealt with that and still gets haunted by those memories, you are who you are. Don't let anybody make you feel bad for who you are or shame you. And I know, like, it's an awful feeling to be a certain way and then know that someone in your family doesn't see you or doesn't approve or doesn't, or you would think, or you believe that they would love you any less for something you can't control. And I just want to say that God still loves you regardless, because that's not something you can control. Anyway, let's get into the reading. I feel like I needed to relay that message for somebody. That's not for everybody. It's very, very specific. So I don't want everybody to think that's for everybody. But I was like a channel type of message. So yeah. Damn, I left this brush freaking out without wiping it down all the way. So now it's kind of hard. I doubt if that's even, I'm going to have to wash it really good later. We're going to do things a little bit differently. First and foremost, this is a life path reading. So how I'm going to break it up, actually, we're going to do this in 2 groups. We're going to do group 1, which is going to be everyone with, if your life path number is odd. And then group 2 will be for if your life path number is even. And I will not do the splitting of the groups in this portion of the video. I will go on another live and do that. For now, I'm going to have everyone in here. And we're going to draw some cards from this deck and get some channeled messages from here, and then a channeled message or 2 from this book. Then I will do the live splitting of the group and everything, and then I'll go live again, and I'll do the first group, which is going to be the odd group, which is going to be the odd life path numbers. Then the second live, and the live after that will be the even life path numbers. Okay? But before we get into that, I'm going to go ahead and start drawing cards from this deck real quick. Okay? The energy of tonight is insane, bro. I will say that. Yeah, it's like even some of the videos I was watching on this full moon, it was almost urging people to start doing things differently or to release old patterns or routines. Like, yeah, and I think this moon is in Capricorn, I believe. So maybe just releasing how you do things, how you work. And honestly, I'm kind of aligned because I'm trying something a little different. Blending in what I started doing differently the other day. Blending that, and then, yeah. But the first card we drew was Mami Wata. The second card we drew is the Moors. Third card we drew is Venusia. Fourth card we drew. I haven't really edited this card yet, so this is going to be a mystery to me, but this business card says Beauty Classy Collection. I think Spirit intuitively is going to help me classify what this card's going to be when I finish drawing these cards, so I'm not going to make it a big deal. A lot of these cards aren't finished, you know, so, and that's fine, because Spirit helps me relay the message either way. Next card I drew is Sunflower, but I instantly thought of Oshun. I have an Oshun card in this deck, but I thought of Oshun because of the sunflower. Our Siren card. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cards. I'm going to do 5 more, please. Spirit, truth only. We got Jaguars. I'm not paying attention to whatever is on this business card. I'm paying attention to this crown and the fact that it has purple hues. We'll get into that. I'll be labeling my cards while I'm here as well. Both cards. Archangel Chamuel. Barrera's Quartz and Granite, but for some reason, I'm not gonna lie, I read this as Baron. Let me count all these cards. And that's the 10th card. I'm obviously gonna need my iPad because I'm gonna have to help. Spirit's gonna help me research certain things so I can continue to put notes on these cards and classify all of them. I already have an Oshun card in this deck, so it's just weird how I would get OVERSTAND again, but maybe I need OVERSTAND more than once in this deck, because I have Archangel Michael like maybe 3 times in this deck. So Archangel Michael didn't come out, but I'm just saying for example. So I don't think me getting OVERSTAND for a second time is that far-fetched, because I never realized how much I resonated with OVERSTAND growing up. I think, I'm not saying I rejected her, but I think because over the years how popularized she got by like famous people, I kind of ignored her a little bit, and not in no like I was trying to disrespect her. My spirit ends up always like, or just my personality, the way I am, I always end up really kind of like, when things get more popularized, I kind of shy away from it, because it just makes me feel like I don't want anything to do with anything that everybody's on, you know. It's a weird thing I have, but I'm about to put OVERSTAND. I want to spell it like OSHUN, because on my OVERSTAND card that I had edified or edited today, or whatever, I spelled like OVERSTAND, like SUN, and they're both correct ways of spelling it. But yeah, this feels like the official OVERSTAND card. The other one, I'm not saying it's not official, but this feels just very correct. And sunflowers are very significant for somebody. Yeah, so basically we're doing a lot of channel messages in this part of the video, or this portion of the full moon clarifiers tonight, and then I will get more into the life path readings on part 2 and part 3 when I go live again and again. Alright, so we're gonna start off with Mommy Wata, because that's what we got, or we drew. So I do feel like there are people in my collective that are resonating with Mommy Wata at this time, or they need to maybe go to the water, maybe leave some offerings for Mommy Wata, or do just, you don't even have to subscribe to her, just honoring this deity by doing research on her, seeing what she's about, seeing if you resonate with her, seeing maybe if after doing some research on her, realizing, oh my gosh, no, I have actually always resonated with this energy, I just never put the name or face to it. You know what I'm saying? I'm getting that. The way I just rearranged these cards, I put it in a 3-3 spread. 3 on 3 going down, 3 going across, and this got left out. So I feel like Mommy Wata is very, very significant for this entire group that I'm doing life path readings on. Mommy Wata is here with us right now. She will continuously be here with us in our journey. If you resonate with this, I will continue watching this part of the reading. I'm gonna go ahead and just have some water. Gotta stay hydrated. Alright. I don't know if Spirit wants me to read it in a way where it's telling a story, or they just want me to clarify all these cards and see how it will resonate with different vessels right now. But I'm gonna start with the Siren card. I changed the angle. I'm gonna start with the Siren card. It's crazy because when I found this business card when I was at the Beauty Supply store, I read it and her name was Ursula. I'm going to blank out her eyes. Just color her eyes out. I don't really like leaving everybody's face on here. And I'm going to outline her. But yeah, her name is Ursula, which is insane. Because, like, that's the woman from the movie. And obviously I took notes. But that's besides the point. Let me get on track. My eyes keep gravitating towards where I wrote black magic. So, and I wrote it in pen, so I'm going to like write it in black marker. so it can be kind of like better or easier to read. But I feel like my eyes heavily like went over to that word because maybe there are some people or some witches or some dumbasses in y'all's energy right now who are attempting black magic towards you. I don't like to get too much into that shit, but I want to say that black magic can be more than just literal spell work. It can also be gossip or bad mouth, or just sending that evil or negative energy towards you in your path, whatever. If that's the case, these little people who are agents of evil, agents of the ops, nigga, who try and do everything but send you love because they don't like the cards they were dealt with. That's not your fucking problem. If anyone is sending any ill intent towards you because they're jealous of what path God has for you, fuck them. And honestly, for some reason, I love. So I'll explain what we're doing soon. But for some reason, I don't feel like you should do a return to sender. I'm getting that. I feel like you should keep the energy that's being sent towards you that is like negative. Transmute that shit and just put it back and then transmute it back to love. Because then you don't have to worry about sending that nasty ass energy back out into the universe and you disable them. You disarm their power. Because they sent you their power all because they wanted to send you some negative shit, whether it be black magic or not. Now, if anybody's going through real black magic, not just gossip or bad mouths or sending negative energy, then I would definitely contact your local spiritual mentors or advisors or etc. Because obviously if it's that serious, then yeah. But you know if it's that serious or not. It's all serious. It's all part of the spiritual warfare. But spiritual warfare has levels. So use your intuition. And honestly, if you feel comfortable DMing me about the situation, then you can do that. But that is for somebody. Yeah. Next card we got was Archangel Chamuel. For you, love, who just got in here, I want to explain to you that I'm breaking this video up maybe in 3 parts. So this is part 1. This is just the channeled messages I have for the collective. Part 2 and part 3 will be if your life path number is odd, you'll be group 1. If your life path number is even, you'll be group 2. So that's how I'm breaking this up tonight. And I know I'm very, very light, but I don't know, my body needed some rest, and I was going through a tad bit of spiritual warfare before I got on here, so forgive me. I don't know why, I just keep eating dark chocolate today, so I feel like chocolate is significant for someone. Like, it'll help them at this time, or maybe you guys are craving chocolate, or maybe there's somebody in my collective that might be on their period. I literally just got off mine, but yeah. You'll be group 2? Oh, bet. I'll be group 1 because my life path number is odd. So, but yeah. For the person who just got in here, Cruisnik, can you explain to them how we're breaking everything up in the comment section? Because I don't feel like repeating myself. I'm going to continue on with the channel messages. The back of my neck going through it, so you're not the only one. Yeah. Go ahead and just massage it for now while you're watching it, though. Oh yeah, I know you're like past 6. I'm like past 7. You're literally like the first number for me. Anyway, I will break up. First of the person who just got, well, they just left. Never mind. Anyway. Oh, they're back. I don't know why it'd be like, you're at 8. Okay, so you guys will be in group 2 when I do that second video. But this is the first video I'm doing, which is for everybody. So these are channel messages for everybody before I break up into group 1 and group 2. Group 1 will have life path numbers that are odd. The second live after that will be life path numbers that are even. Right now I'm doing channel messages for the collective as a whole. But yeah. Next card we has Archangel Chamuel. Archangel Chamuel, he is the archangel of peaceful relationships. He's for emotional healing, and his name actually means he who seeks God. Thank you, my love. And this business card has a depiction of this black woman freaking literally stitching up a heart. So I feel like at this time, if you haven't been in this theme already, God is definitely trying to help the collective mend some relationships or mend their heart about relationships. And this card, it says Doctor of Marriage and Family Therapy. So maybe just like all matters of the heart you guys are kind of working on right now. If you guys do need any help in that sector, I do recommend calling on Archangel Chamuel because he's like the archangel for that. And you can also play Archangel Chamuel like type of like music. You can just look it up on YouTube. They'll have like sounds and hertz and stuff you can play. Maybe making up a prayer that has him in it. Yeah, I'm just getting that that's a theme right now for like a lot of people in my collective. Just mending relationships. Also maybe letting go of relationships that you don't need, but definitely mending of so much shape or form. They don't all have to be romantic relationships, but I'm just getting mending relationships, healing relationships you have with people, healing the relationship you have with yourself, and just healing of the heart. Because with this, I didn't just get this card. I got the Venusia card as well, which is a card for our planet Venus. And the two signs that rule Venus are Taurus and Libra, I believe. And Venus is the planet of love, passion, art. Let me I actually have a card. I actually have a deck of cards. Damn, nigga. I have a deck of cards that have a little bit more information on Venus. So let me just go through that deck real quick so we can get more in depth. I feel like Venus is definitely very apparent right now for my collective. Working with the planet Venus is also imperative right now. It's crazy because as I flip open to my deck, that's the first fucking card. I shit you not. I can't make this shit up. Venus. Okay, so Venus represents the Friday. So every Friday, every day of the week represents like a planet or has the energy of a planet. And Friday has the energy of Venus. The number 5 is significant for Venus. Venus also represents the Empress in the tarot. I already said it rules over Taurus and Libra. And then it also rules over the 7th house in your zodiac chart. I also want to make it be known, if you do want to connect with Venusian energy, that I would wear copper or get some type of copper. If you can't cop copper jewelry, you know what I'm saying, just start collecting pennies and keep it in a glass jar and put it on your altar. Legitimately. There is something going around saying that pennies are starting to not be made by pure copper anymore, but they still have copper in it, so do your best. And plus there are still older pennies being in the money circulation right now, so it's not like you're never gonna have copper. If you want to work with Venus energy, I would just start dealing with copper, and the best way you can do is literally collect pennies in a glass jar and put it on your altar, and you can have something for Venus. My eyes kind of gravitate toward these cards together. The OVERSTAND card. And then this card I haven't really edited or put notes on. But I feel like once this card came out, my eyes instantly gravitated towards this crown. And this is, the number 88 is significant for some reason. The crown and Oshun is very significant for someone right now. If you do not know, Oshun represents fertility, feminine ways, prosperity, abundance. And I feel like it's Spirit is helping me pair it with this crown, because there's a lot of people in my collective that are a part of maybe a royal bloodline. If not, just like you're the start of a royal bloodline. Like, you have some royal responsibilities. Got some generational curse breakers. I just hearing the saying, heavy wears the crown right now. Comes a lot of responsibility. I'm just getting like Empress energy, which is crazy because obviously we went over Venus and how Venus rules the Empress card and the tarot. Yellow and purple is very significant for my collective right now at this time. I was dealing with a lot of yellows, purples, and blues today throughout the day. And blue is significant for the throat chakra. Purple is significant for the crown chakra. It can also represent your third eye chakra as well, but that's more like an indigo, I believe, mixing blue and purple. And then yellow is obviously your solar plexus. So crown chakra, third eye, solar plexus, and your throat chakra. Crown chakra, third eye, throat chakra, and solar plexus are significant at this time for my collective to maybe start taking care of, activating, or doing some healing within those chakras. That's what I got from that. These last few cards are, I feel like, a little bit more heavier. I'm not saying I'm scared to relay these messages, but I just know this won't resonate for everybody. But it's the fact that, okay, so obviously I haven't edited this card, but I'm about to do it live. When this card came out, the card says Bereras, but I literally read it as barren. And when I first said that out loud in the beginning, it kind of gave me some chills. So this will not resonate with everyone. And let me look up his name so when I write it down, I don't fucking butcher it or mistype that shit. I don't want to disrespect no entities right now. But maybe there are a very, very select few of you. Select few that have connections with Baron. How do you spell barren? I know that the thing. Hold on, because now it's gonna bother me. Okay. I'm sorry, what the hell? This is obviously not for everyone. This is, yeah. Okay. Let me write the full name. I've obviously heard of Baron. I just definitely need to do more research on him. Baron Samedi. Among believers in voodoo, Baron Samedi is the master of the dead as well as giver of life. Master. Oh, okay. Of the dead, giver of life. I feel like maybe a few of you guys have ties to Baron. We're going to get more deeper into that real quick. Alright, the website I chose to click on is ancientorigins.net. It is 11 p.m. I know my brother is not doing somebody's hair right now. Anyway, Baron Samedi and the Voodoo Lawa of Haiti. This is not going to resonate for everybody, but I do feel like that some of you guys have ties to Baron, or maybe you've witnessed Baron, or you've seen Baron before in your life, or if you had experience that was related to Baron. I'm gonna skip down right here. Okay, so Baron's name translated means Lord Saturday. Okay, hold on. Lord Saturday. Interesting. To understand the Baron and his powers, we must first understand the religion that he hails from. Catherine Byer writes in her article, An Introduction to the Basic Beliefs of Voodoo Religion, that thus the practitioners of voodoo believe in one supreme God whom they call Bondier. I hope I'm saying that correct. If I'm not, I'm really sorry. Bondier. However, Bondier's experience in beyond human comprehension, and because of that, he does not intervene directly in human affairs. This is where the Lawa come in. These are the primary spirits of voodoo, and each one is responsible for a particular aspect of life. They also possess dynamic changes, personalities, depending on the duties they perform. They act as intermediaries between humans and Bondier. So they act as intermediaries between humans and the higher power. These are the spirits that are under the Most High, basically. Alright, let me see real quick. It's talking about more Lawas. Alright, here we go. Okay. Baron Samedi is the head of the Gede, Ghed family of Lawa, ruling over them with his wife, Mama Bridget. If you want to take notes while I'm saying these things, I would. Head of Gede or Jede. Somebody can correct me, obviously. I don't speak that language, so I won't know the dialect fully. Family of Lawa. Husband of Maman Bridget, MAMANBRIGITTE, associated with the dead in the underworld. I'm gonna put underworld because I already put dead on the top. Underworld. Of course, I have to learn literally about any entity that has to do with the underworld because a lot of my gifts are darker, so I'm not surprised we're talking about freaking Baron right now. Look. Never mind, Spirit said shut the fuck up. I'm not just supposed to be telling y'all what the hell I got going on in my shit. But yeah, I'm just not surprised that we're discussing Baron right now. That's all I gotta say. The unique role of Baron Samedi. Baron has a unique presence. He is often described by his followers as wearing a black tailcoat accompanied by his iconic top hat. Black tailed coat, top hat. Honestly, I do want to say before I continue on, obviously reading about him, I am not reading on him or relaying information on him so you guys can go do something stupid and summon anytime I'm talking about an entity. I am not promoting you guys to irresponsibly summon these entities and get hurt. Right now, we are focusing on the educational purposes of knowing and the educational purpose of just being educated on these entities and spirits and deities. Be fucking careful. And I promote spiritual sovereignty, but I also promote common fucking sense in the spiritual realms. God bless you guys. They even depict him as having a skull instead of a face. I wonder if he likes cigars. Who is Baron Samedi of Haitian Voodoo? I literally scroll down and it says, I literally scroll down and it says he introduces himself as Baron Samedi, Master of the Dead. Confused about how you came to be lying at the bottom of an open grave, he explains. So this is where is it? Okay. The quote says, the man is dressed in an impeccable purple and black suit, accompanied by an ornate top hat. His shoes are fine leather. He smokes cigars and sips from a glass of rum. I was like, I wonder if he likes cigars. I'm going to put cigars and rum. Cigars. I feel like he likes those types of offerings. I love that for him. I'm not even an alcohol drinker, but when I was younger, rum was very known by the black community. Goddamn, love rum cake. Goddamn it. But I do like rum. Rum is brown liquor, I believe. I'm not a drinker, but when I do, I love me a good Jack Daniels. And when I was younger, I did want to drink rum, but I don't think I ever really tried it. I think Spirit wants me to stop reading about him. But yeah, that definitely was significant for somebody. Sheesh. Alright, let's head out of it. We have 3 more cards before we get some messages from that book. And then we're going to have part 2 of this video, which will be group 1 for the odd life path numbers. Anyway. These last 3 cards, we have Jaguars, the Moors, and then a card I never even got to edit. Visually, what I'm getting from all these cards are blacks and whites. So I feel like maybe their situation is black and white right now. Like, there is no in between. Like, pick a side, I'm getting. Like, pick a fucking side, God is saying. Or your spirit guides are saying. There's no time. Like, this is far from the time from being confused or playing the fence, like, or straddling the fence, I think it's called. Pick a side, bro. Like, pick a side and then put your armor on and get ready for war, spiritual war, because this shit is not a game, bro. Jaguars are one of the most deadliest cats in that family. They attack their prey by pouncing on it, and like they usually do kill it in one pounce. They will attack even animals in the water. They are good swimmers as well, so which makes them even more dangerous because they are land animals, but they can also swim. They're very, very fast, and their tusks are very strong and can bite They can bite tortoise shells, actually, or turtle shells. So they're very strong. They have a very strong chomp. So jaguars might be significant, or maybe you guys have some jaguar ancestors or jaguar spirit guys you guys need to tap into, or just you guys need to tap into the energy of the jaguar. Next card we have is the Moors. I'm not gonna say too much about the Moors. Oh, I already put notes. I'm on my shit sometimes, God. So it says, the Moors. If you don't know anything about the Moors, I'm going to read off some notes for you guys. If you guys are intrigued or interested in learning some more about them, they were, they partook in advanced civilization. They created advanced contributions. They were a part of Islamic Spain. They were North African Arabs. They were also Berbers. I need to look up the meaning of a Berber. I'll do it later. And they contributed things of science, math, and architecture. And they represented freedom, the supernatural, and passion that was like extreme passion that had no bounds, basically. So you want to do some more research. The Moors are spelled Moors. The last card we have is this card. I really don't know what to make of this, but this business card says beauty classy selection, but I don't feel like that's like the main takeaway. I think the main takeaway of this card is, I don't know, I feel the urge to like black out this entire freaking logo and like paint it all black. I feel like this would be like a void card. Yeah, Spirit's telling me that this card is going to be like one of the void cards in the deck. Like, Spirit is saying you might need to take a trip to the void. And completely surrender to that void energy, or completely surrender to like whatever your shadow is trying to tell you right now. Definitely heavy on the shadow work and the shadow healing. Not being afraid of the darkness is significant right now for the collective. Not being afraid of your own shadow. Listening to your shadow so you can transmute and so you can integrate the dark and the light for better understanding and for better spiritual evolution and a better inner knowledge and inner knowing of self. Therefore, a better inner and understanding of the collective. That's the last card. I'm going to probably leave this out because I'm going to paint it later. Let's get you guys some messages from the book. I will end this, and I probably will do, I thought I was going to shut the page down today, but I probably will still shut the page down tomorrow, maybe at around 12 p.m. So people will have until 12 p.m. to tap into part 1 and part 2 of the life path readings. Or part 2 and part 3, actually, because group 1 will be in part 2, which will be the odd, and group 2 will be even, which will be 2 separate lives. And I'll probably do that tomorrow. These were just general messages for the collective I needed to get out before going to bed. Page 39 is what we flipped to. And I'm going to read this part right here. Oh my gosh, I was not scrolling down and reading the comments. I'm like, bro, why aren't y'all commenting? It's because I didn't fucking scroll down like a dumbass. Or maybe I wasn't supposed to read y'all comments at that time. Maybe I was supposed to be really in deep focus or something. But, understanding karma can liberate us from being a victim is what I just turned the page to. That's the title of this little passage. So I'm going to read it again. Understanding karma can liberate us from being a victim. Once we accept the law of karma in our lives, we are liberated from being the victim. I'm going to highlight that first sentence. Once we accept the law of karma in our lives, we are liberated from being a victim. We begin to see underlying spiritual causes and act accordingly. Have you on acting accordingly because you see beyond the veil and you see the significance of things. Oh my gosh, I don't know why I randomly always do this, but I fucking love you guys. I love my collective. I love what you guys stand for. I love you. I have so much love for y'all. I needed to say that. Anyway, problems become opportunities for spiritual growth. As above, so below. And even the bad things, or quote unquote bad things that happen, sometimes they do have significance, or they happen for a reason and they direct you even more on your path. Karma differs from fate or destiny because it encourages us to take an active role in life. Karma encourages us to take an active role in life. Write that down if you can. Karma encourages us to take an active role in life. The law of karma requires a spiritual seeker to follow the highest code of ethics. If you're taking notes, write down, follow the highest code of ethics. The rules are simple. A kankar is not a passive path to God. If you're taking notes, write, we must not take a passive path to God. I'm also getting maybe right. Karma can be black and white. Karma can be black and white. And I say can be because karma can sometimes be a little complicated. I'm not going to go over everything. Can be black or white. Okay, Spirit's telling me to keep reading the second passage that's right under it. It says, you can be free of karma. That is the title of this little passage. And it says, let me write the date of which I found this. What's today's date? Today's date is the 10th, correct? Yeah. $11 p.m. It is 11 p.m., correct? I believe, yeah. When you achieve the exalted state of self-realization, if you're writing notes, write down self-realization somewhere in your notes. When you achieve the exalted state of self-realization, you'll still be held accountable for your actions in your daily life. I'm going to write down self-accountability equals true freedom. Freedom. However, you will have worked off the karma built up from past lives. And when you finish your mission in this life, unless you choose to come back to this plane to teach or to serve, you need not to return. Perhaps you will maintain this expanded consciousness throughout your lifetime. Perhaps you'll hold on to it for only a moment at a time. You will learn, however, that there is always a risk of losing the 360-degree viewpoint. You earn each step toward God consciousness moment to moment. Most ecists want to be free of karma. They would like to balance their karmic account by the end of their present lifetime. The Mahanta helps them do this. By practicing the spiritual exercises of Ek, or ECK, they drop the attitudes and habits binding them to the past. They can fulfill their spiritual destiny without having to be reborn. Thus, they're freed from endless rounds on the wheel of the 84. The Ekis calls this spiritual liberation. And if you're taking notes, I want you guys to just write in bold letters spiritual liberation. I'm going to write spiritual liberation is attainable. That should be the last note if you took notes. Spiritual liberation is attainable. I'm gonna put that in a quote because that just came out my motherfucking brain, bitch. Quote me, nigga. You don't gotta do that. All right. And the end of that was on page 40. So the number 4 might be significant for everyone. And 4 represents stability and all that stuff. But we'll get back into this when we discuss our life path numbers. All right, before I exit and return to you guys tomorrow morning for the life path readings, I want to state that the moment I wake up, I will brush my teeth and do all that stuff. I will come on this page and I will do group 1 in the first live, which will be all odd life path numbers. And then the second live, right after that, maybe no more than like 15 minutes after, probably, will be life path numbers that are even on the second live tomorrow. That will be group 2. I love you all. I hope you guys have a beautiful, beautiful night. Thank you for being so patient with me. Thank you for existing. Thank you for being. Thank you for just being. I love you guys, and God bless you all. And happy full moon in Capricorn, and happy full moon, happy buck moon. I hope you guys are releasing what you guys need to release. What the fuck? Why did my freaking scarf do that shit? I'm looking. Bye, you guys.